Hey guys, I'm Ellismere and I'm here to discuss a very hot topic in the Holy Paladin community right now. Should we be Kyrian or Venthyr? The truth is that both are very strong for different reasons, and it's important to know those strengths and weaknesses before choosing which is right for you. So let's dive right in. For raid, there really is no question that if you're in a competitive mythic guild, Venthyr should always be your choice. This is for a number of reasons, but is mainly because of the boss damage Venthyr Holy Paladin brings. Early on in the tier, there are a lot of tight damage checks on bosses that require every raid member to squeeze out as much damage as possible, and that includes healers. So you're pretty much guaranteed to see every Holy Paladin in the top 100 world guilds running Venthyr during progression to help meet these damage checks. Putting damage aside for a moment, the other major factor in why these top guilds love Venthyr Holy Paladin is their ability to squish most of their healing into a 30-second window. This is something that with strong coordination, you can capitalize on far more than the smaller bursts of healing from Divine Toll. This, however, is also the main reason why Venthyr is significantly worse for less coordinated groups. In guilds that don't carefully plan out cooldowns and play around Ashen Hollow properly, Venthyr Holy Paladins will perform significantly worse than Kyrians. One of Divine Toll's biggest strengths is that you can be much more carefree with your cooldown areas. You can press it reactionarily to unexpected damage, or plan it out for expected damage patterns. It's also instant healing, so it can't be sniped by other healers lobbing their cooldowns in unexpected areas. This, combined with the fact that as you get later and later into a tier, bosses get nerfed and raid teams start outgearing these damage checks, makes Kyrian thrive in less coordinated environments. To recap, Venthyr is great for helping beat early tier damage checks and for groups that can maximize Ashen Hollow healing windows, while Kyrian is great for groups that don't plan everything out and sometimes take unexpected damage. As for Mythic Plus, this is where things start getting even more complicated. Kyrians have access to one of the single best spells in the game for healing Mythic Plus. Divine Toll is essentially a group-wide lay on hands on a 1-minute cooldown, which means it's available for almost every pack and makes most dangerous AoE mechanics a joke. From a healing perspective, Ashen Hollow cannot even come close to competing with Kyrian. They are in different leagues. That being said, when it comes to priority damage, Venthyr is playing a completely different sport. There is no denying that Venthyr Holy Paladin has access to burst prio damage that is completely unheard of from a healer. In fact, it's so strong that most people don't even talk about Venthyr Holy Paladins as healers, which is part of why I'm making this video. It's important to look past the burst damage windows of Venthyr and discuss them from a healing perspective as well, because while that burst damage looks super shiny, if people start dying once Ashen is over, none of that damage matters. From a healing perspective, Venthyr is significantly more difficult to push keys with, as you don't have anywhere near the cooldown power that Kyrian has. This means you have to be far more careful with how and when you cooldown, as well as be much more aggressive with your damage prevention buttons like Bop, Bubble, Sack, Devo, Hodge, etc. The amount of mistakes you can make as Venthyr is close to zero, while Kyrian, on the other hand, can make up for a lot of mistakes with Divine Toll. This means that for pugging or less coordinated teams, Kyrian will always be the better choice. Now, for those of you pushing with a consistent team, while I do think that much of the community undervalues Kyrian due to the shininess of Ashen Hollow burst damage clips, when played properly, Venthyr shines in a way no other healer ever has before. The pulls and boss phasing you can do with Venthyr cannot be done by any other healer, and that's where Venthyr thrives. The more you make routes around Ashen timings and build boss strategies around our burst window, the more powerful we become. If you and your group put the work in to get the most out of Venthyr Holy Paladin, you will absolutely be rewarded. Alright guys, that's pretty much all I have to say on the topic for now. We'll see what 9.1 has in store for us. With my luck, they'll probably nerf Ashen into the ground a few days after posting this video. As a reminder to everyone, I made this video for players looking to min-max their spec and push themselves competitively. If you're just looking to do weekly 15s, you can be any covenant you'd like. But good luck getting invited to keys as a Night Fae. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great week.